Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your Energy Booster Academy. This is once again your show host, Jeanith Padilla, and today we are going to talk about an important topic. You know, um, has always been an issue to everybody. Like, how do we manage our finances? Or we can also say sometimes we can be confused, like, um money is just, money is evil, but we know that we all know that money is just a tool. And if you love money more than you love the giver of that money, then that could be, or money could probably be an idol in your life. But yeah, I have talked about stewardship in my podcast. I'm always so interested in talking about stuff like this, because I think we all need to know on how to become a good steward. When do we invest our money? How do we invest them? How much are we going to save? How much can we just spend? What are the things that we need to prepare for in the future, because we don't know what the future holds. And especially if we have family, younger kids, and all that stuff, then we must always consider saving money for the future. And so that's why we are here, and that's why I have invited a very special friend that I have met 2 years ago in Las Vegas, when when we both attended the GoPro event with Eric Worre. And yeah, we met, and then we say, "Oh, you're from Philippines? Oh yeah, let's be friends. Let's connect. Let's go eat at Jollibee." And yeah, it all started there. But yeah, before I introduce her, I made a little bit of research. Of course, we're talking about this very sensitive topic, very important topic. So I googled, so what's the general personal finance statistics for 2024, especially or specifically here in the US, or with Americans. So there are like 20, more than 20 on the list that, that they're letting us know, but I'll just read a few. So, number one, it says nearly two-thirds of Americans, or 65%, says finances are the most stressful part of their lives. And I know for sure that you all will agree with me. I would, yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of that. I could be from time to time stressed out because of the bills. Like, wow, a lot is going out and only a few is coming in. So what are we gonna do, right? So sometimes it breaks, relationships. Sometimes, yeah, I mean, let's face it, it could be the result of, I mean, divorce can sometimes be because of finances, and how the family, the spouse, and the husband and the wife is managing their finances, and could also break relationships. Yeah, just like what I've said, with the families and with friends. And sometimes people will borrow money from us and they don't pay us back. And yeah, so it's just, we need to be aware of, of how we're gonna manage our finances, because it can make us insane. So yeah, more than half of Americans, of 51%, would run out of money within 1 month if they lost their income. Wow. So which means like they don't have, or emergency fund. And Francis Kong says we need to have like at least 3 to 6 months savings for emergency fund, just in case that we lose our job. And then number three, it says about half of Americans, of 52%, report their net worth is less than $30,000, and about 25% say their net worth is zero or negative. So yeah, there are a lot here in the list, but yeah, let me just, yeah, share top five. So number four is 39% of Americans went deeper into debt and in 2023, and 35% believe they'll be in debt for the rest of their lives. Wow, that's heartbreaking. And number five, about 62% of Americans say inflation negatively impacted their finances in 2023. And I'm sure this is not just for Americans, but it's for everybody around the world because inflation is just affecting everyone. So, the prices of the goods are getting higher, but the salaries are just the same. So, yeah, indeed, this topic is really important to discuss. And, I know that we don't talk about this more often because we think that it's too personal, it's too sensitive, and yeah, I don't know why, but let's face it. We need to be educated on how we are going to manage our finances the right way so we don't get lost in the wilderness of debt and all this unpreparedness that we don't know that we will encounter in the future. So, my friend here, she's a sister from another mother. I know, right? I have a lot of sisters in the world. She is originally from the Philippines, but she is based in Arizona now. She's also a nurse. She is a multifaceted professional, blending her roles as a devoted wife, nurturing mother, seasoned registered nurse, midwife, licensed financial professional, and as a visionary CEO of Level Up with Naomi, and as the COO of Competitive Medical Staffing, she leads with passion and purpose. Supported by her loving husband and insightful child, Naomi's journey reflects resilience and compassion. With nearly 3 decades of experience in healthcare, she has witnessed firsthand the struggles of those unprepared for life's financial uncertainty. This ignited her mission to empower individuals, families, and businesses to navigate life's challenges with confidence and security. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my friend, Naomi Dilly Dilly. Hello, sister!
Hello, hello, sis. Thank you so much. I am so blessed, really, and honored to be in your show. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, my
My sister
pleasure.
from another
My
mother.
pleasure. Yes. My pleasure. We have planned this like 2 months or 3 months ago, and finally we're here. And yeah, thank
I know.
you.
Please. Schedules.
Yeah, we're all busy and it's fine. We made it happen anyway. And we're so
Yes,
excited to have you here.
finally.
I'm so excited to learn from you. And yeah, go ahead. Take the
Do
stage.
my best.
Tell us about your story and yeah, what made you I've read it, your experience in the healthcare made you decide to move forward and w- help us on how to be prepared in life's uncertainties because I do believe that um peace of mind cannot be sold, so it's priceless. So
Very
yeah,
true.
go ahead.
Yes, yes. And as what you said, it's my experience really in the healthcare field that made me passionate about sharing some tools that will help our fellow citizens. But not only that, I do have a personal experience as well. So not most people know that my brother, who is younger than me, died at the age of 32.
Wow.
So he did have a heart problem. And so At that time, he left behind three young kids. They were like at the sixth grade, fifth grade, and the youngest was 3 years old at that time. And he was back in the Philippines, but even though it's the same situation to several families that I've met here in the US, that they are not ready there to leave their family behind because they she's young, who would have thought that he would leave at that very young age? So since then, our parents, us, we've helped his family uh, to to manage financially, and because he has a lot of dreams for his family. So it's not only that drives me to be really passionate in giving education and how to prepare for the life's uncertainties, for life's what ifs. What if you die too soon? What if you lost your job? We work and save, but you ever wonder what will happen if you get sick, and or if you have a and you can't go to work, right? Or if you have a business, you can't even manage your business, and but the bills keep coming and there's no stop button. I wish there's a stop button for all of these bills, right? That
No,
comes monthly,
no.
but there is none. um Uncle Sam don't have that stop button. So,
Mm-mm,
and the companies, our mortgage, well, the utilities, they will keep coming, right? But
mm-mm,
how are we going to prepare for this? So that's what is my passion is all about. Not only, helping them when they're already sick. I want them to prepare. What if they get sick, or, live a long life, or die unexpectedly like my brother, you know, 32. Who would have thought
mm-mm.
somebody at 32? He is a happy person, um, a lot of friends and things, and a loving family. Who would have thought that he would, say bye to us at very young age? Not no, but none of us was expecting that. So that was what drives me, to be passionate in what I do.
So was he here in the
Thank
US
you.
at that time when he passed, or
No, when that happened, really, they're back in the Philippines. So, but again, it's the same story anywhere in the world, that you have to be ready. We do have the tools that I will present to you. We do have that in the Philippines as well. But of course, I'll focus on what I do here, um, because it is more it's what I'm more passionate about, but the same situation can happen to any one of us anywhere in the world.
was he
So
prepared financially when he passed, or was there like life protection that he purchased, stuff like that,
no,
so his family can
no,
thrive? Wow, so that's really heartbreaking
no,
and very unfortunate.
yes,
And yeah, so yeah,
yeah,
I gotcha. And yeah, now we understand what brought you here. So
yes.
yeah, go ahead. So how can
Okay.
yeah, I think before we can proceed to that, I know if you have these tools, so I want you to share it with us. Like, yeah, I mean, I think the foundation is how can we save money when, this is always the excuse. I don't have anything left. Everything goes to the bills. So I don't know. What should I do so I can save money, spare money for emergencies. So yeah, coming from there, that's just the foundation. That's just the basic, because that's just
Yes.
the question, and the people are thinking, and I know some of them couldn't sleep at night thinking about that question if they really care for their future and the future of their family. But I know everybody cares. So go ahead.
I honestly, that's a really common, like almost everyone I meet, that is their question, when we present. opportunities to be able to, or tools that they can use, that is always the first thing that we will hear from them. But you know what, it's a priority. It depends on which one is your priority, right? So it's just, I always say, it's never, if it's something really important to you, it is not an expense. It never is. If you are thinking of your future, it is not an expense. And we usually sit with our clients and do financial analysis and things like that. They're actually surprised when I was like, oh, I have that money. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize I have that. It's because they do not look at it the way we do. That's why we are here to educate. So, and I really appreciate you saying all those statistics, but let me start by telling you more statistics.
Go ahead.
Like when we talk about money, it's like somewhat technical statistics, because it has to come from somewhere, like through the years. It has to be proven through the years, right?
Yeah.
I call this scary truth about retirement. Let's start
Mm,
with retirement, and then I go with the other topic that I am really passionate about. Retirement.
okay.
1 in 3 retirees live in poverty. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a sad truth. 7 in 10 pre-retirees, they are like in almost retiring age, are not prepared. So there are people like they're still working at the age of 70s. At the age, I'm like, I know the government have changed the retirable age, but who, like, if I ask anyone, even though the people on the streets would, they will not say that they would always, like, I'm almost 98%, 99.9% say that they don't want to be working at 70s or 80s. But the sad reality is there are people who have to work at the age of 70s and 80s because they were not prepared. Only 13% say they are knowledgeable about financial and investment products. That's why we're here. That's why we're here to help you be educated. And I do thank God for the platform like this. And then we do offer our services. And sometimes they think, it's expensive to have consultation. People like us, like financial professionals like us, like me, and our team, we services or education for free. And so when you announce that schedule your free consultation with us, they don't believe that it's free, but it is free. We are here to educate. It is our passion to educate. So
You know
83%.
why? Let me just cut you there. Cut you there. They're afraid because maybe you're gonna sell to them. They'll say like, "Okay, it's free, but yeah, yeah, I know there's a
But
catch,
after that,
right?"
yeah,
But they can always avail the free consultation regardless. I mean, there
yes,
is no, what do you call that, commitment there. There's no strings attached.
there is no
So
commitment, zero
yeah,
commitment.
yeah. So
Yes,
yeah,
there
go
is no
ahead.
commitment, and then it will be really up to you. And you know what? I'll give you a lot of those information here that you will be thinking about tonight and the rest of the nights.
Mhm.
And think about, something to think about if you really value yourself and your family. Another thing,
Mhm.
85% of older adults have chronic illnesses.
For sure.
60% don't believe their savings will last when at the age of 90. That's why there are people who are still working at the older age, right?
Mm.
um Also, every year about 6 million of people in the US have heart attack, stroke,
Yeah.
cancer. And you know what? With the advancement of technology and good nurses like us,
Yes,
nurses
ma'am.
like us, 70% of these people will actually leave, right? Because we
Yes,
want them to leave. Otherwise,
we want to,
us
yeah, we want
nurses
them
will
to
not
live
have
longer.
jobs.
Yes,
No, we
yes.
want them to leave. And that's why we do advancement and research about diseases, because we want them to live longer. We want to live longer. The sad reality is half of the 70% who leaves goes bankrupt. That's the sad reality. That statistic, guys. I am not making the numbers up. That's statistics. So, so how and what are we going to do to prepare? I know most of us, will, because we know that we are being offered of some supposedly retirement products, right? But do you know that Social Security is expected to be depleted in 11 to 15 years? That's scary, right? Social Security could run out of money 4 years earlier, actually, according to the Congressional Budget Office. So
So,
that's just like that. It just scares me.
yeah, I mean, we're paying
Um,
for that right now. So what's going to happen to our money if, if the fund will be depleted? It's like just going to be buy, or what's going to,
yeah,
can we
that
stop? We
um,
can't
uh,
even stop them from getting money from us, right?
it's true. You know why? Maybe we can show them how indebted we are.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, we'll put it up. See. Ooh. Oh, wait. There we go.
Look at that, guys. We are $34 trillion in debt. I know US is rich, US is, but that's the sad reality. So what are we going to do with that? Of course, we are taxpayers. We pay tax to pay these debts, right? But every second, look at that, it's running. Every second, it's increasing. That's the sad reality. So us
Is this
simple people,
like
what
right
are
now?
we going
This
to
is
do?
happening right now? Like, is this
That's life.
this is
That is
live?
life. That
Wow.
is life. Yeah, so
34
every
trillion?
second it's increasing, right? So that is life. And I'm like, every time I look at that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, a couple of years ago, it was only 23 trillion. Now it's 34 trillion. So it's increasing. So we are going to pay for that. But anyway, the good news is there are some tools that we can use. We do have hope, guys. That's why I'm here. We do have hope. It's a so the little that we know, there are several products out there that will actually help us with this. Not all of us know this. That's why we are people like me are here to help you uh learn about this. So my question for now is, what if you die too soon? Will your family be able to live the same lifestyle like you, especially if you are the breadwinner, right? If are they going to live the same lifestyle that you give them? Are your kids will be able to go to college or continue going to college? Will your house be paid, right? If you die too soon, like unfortunately, my brother died too soon, and we were not prepared. He wasn't prepared. The family wasn't prepared for that. So, what if it happened to someone listening here? I'm sorry, someone like we're. Let's face it, everybody will die, but we don't know when. You know,
And we don't even want to
what
talk
if we get
about it,
sick?
Naomi. The
Huh?
sad truth is we don't want to talk about it too. So it's like
True.
neglecting that need as well. The need to
That
prepare
is
in
true.
life's uncertainty,
Yeah, we're
right?
scared to talk about it, but
Mm,
the truth is we have to talk about it because that's the reality,
mm.
right?
That's right.
Another question is, what if you get sick? I mentioned earlier, what if you get sick and your bills, you can only be covered for so much at job. Sometimes they only give you 60% of your salary, and this 60% while you're out, right? See, this 60% will not be able to cover all your bills or your mortgage, right? We don't want our family to be living on the streets, right, just because you get sick. And the sad truth is, it is sad, but there are, you mentioned about marriages earlier.
Yeah.
We are binded together with our, the married couples are binded together. But the sad thing is when they have financial issues or
Mm,
when somebody gets sick, divorce is legal in this country. And
mm,
there's a lot of divorce that happens just because someone got sick or
yeah.
someone got is not financially stable anymore.
Yeah.
That's another sad reality. The other thing that I wanted to discuss is that what if you live a long time? All of us wanted that, right? We want to live a long
Mm-hmm.
time. That's why we take our vitamins, we take care of our health, we exercise, we eat healthy foods as much as we can. Um, so, are your retirement savings enough for you to be able to go, at the age of 90s or 80s? So, those are the things that we have to be thinking about. So,
I
again, as I mentioned,
can I cut
yes,
that? Like, I'm just wanna
yes.
how to say ad lib. Yeah, like we are from Philippines, right? I know like some of
Mm-hmm.
my guests here too are, some of my viewers and audiences are from there. And sometimes we thought our kids could be our retirement, and that's the sad truth. Like, I don't have money, all my monies are gone. I spent it with my kids, and then now they'll take care of me when I get old. You know that mentality, right? So yeah, what are your
Yes,
thoughts about it?
yeah.
But yeah, I hope
But
we will
you
educate
know,
them.
that is very true, That's a sad it's our culture, but the
Mm-hmm.
sad reality too. But it's also written in the Bible that when we get married, the man and woman become one, and they are separate. They should be separate
Mm.
uh, from the family, from the parents, but
Yes.
still our culture, it's our culture in our heart. We can't leave behind our family, like, especially if among the family members you're the one that have a little more, then
Mm.
we do help them. But then we cannot rely on that. We really cannot rely on that. We have to be prepared for our own health, for our own financial stability. We have to be responsible. We're all adults here. Like, we're adults. As actually, even as a child, my son would can actually give you some of this information I will be discussing, because at a very young age we have to train them. We have to train them that it is important to be ready. I would, I would jokingly say, my son is ready for retirement since
Wow.
yeah, right. It's our obligation too, as parents, to help them prepare, because we are not here forever for them,
True.
right? So it's also our responsibility to help them prepare for that. So, as I mentioned, there are several products really that will be available that sometimes we do ignore, because, like me, I'm a financial professional. But how do I become a financial professional? I have to be licensed as licensed producer. In layman's terms, that people usually know is as insurance agents, right? Because
Yeah.
it's really insurance. It's transferring risk. Insurance is transferring your risk to a company, to a different product. Instead of you being responsible for something, you transfer that risk to the company where you're insured. So People are allergic to insurances, right? Like to insurance agents, the financial professionals. They when they hear us, what is that about? Is that insurance? Right? They stop you. They block you right away. Little that they know, it will actually be very useful for them. One, for one. My first question was, what if you die too soon? So we are, most of us are
Okay.
familiar of the traditional insurance, life insurance products that you have to die. When you die, your family receives
Okay.
the
So
money and they can leave.
yeah,
Yes.
can we before we proceed there, um because you are a financial professional, can you give a little bit of value to our audience, like um how are they going to save money, like the basic? What is your personal tip that could help us overcome this financial crisis? Like you've said earlier, and I also agree that the truth is, when we just look deeper, we'll find some unnecessary expenses that should be saved, rather than rather we'll spend it over things that doesn't really matter or don't matter. So give us, yeah, the core of it, like
Yeah.
how can we
So
start? Because like I want to buy myself a product to invest in my children's education, in my health, especially when things go wrong, and with my retirement, as well as to cover the expenses for my burial, not only to cover that but also to pay for my house, right? But where do I begin?
okay. So we do have so let's okay, I'll discuss this later, but I'm surprised of sometimes um people people don't realize that they actually don't need buying coffee every day
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
in coffee shops. People we don't realize that it's only like how much, like I'm not a coffee buyer, I'm not a coffee drinker, but give me a price like 4.99, 3.99. It's
Let's say
like every day,
$5
but
Starbucks.
$5. So every day, how much is that in a year, in a month, right?
So
Five times
that's
30, that's
five
150.
150, right? So like
Yeah.
maybe
So buy a
just
product
for
that's
the heck of
actually,
it.
especially if you are young, because most of the young people are the ones that I see them like buying almost every day. Um, that's actually more than enough to pay for these products that you need, that will last you a lifetime, that will protect you. That is, you may be covered for like a million too, you know,
Okay.
that
Yeah,
we
that's
don't
right.
realize.
Yeah, so example, I'm paid 1,000 a month, $1,000 a month. How much percentage should be going to savings, retirement, mortgage, stuff like that? I mean, 1,000 is too low. Let maybe 3,000. Let's just say, like 3,000 a month, or what do you think? 2,000, 3,000, like for just an example. And then so, because
Okay.
sometimes we go overboard, like, okay, I'm paid 5,000 a month, now I can afford to buy or to pay a mortgage of 2,000, and then I can also buy to for a house, and then I can also buy a new car with a mortgage of 1,000, and all the and then how much is left? Nothing is left. So like sometimes I think we just need to, like, no, I'm just paid like this, and this is all I can afford, like a limit, because we thought like we can finish everything in a month and then we're good. That's why there is nothing left for savings, emergency fund, retirement, and we even use credit card to travel and to buy groceries. and all that stuff, which is very impractical. So where do we begin by this? Because I know a lot of people are not educated on this.
Yeah, so that is why it is very important to really have a financial analysis, because my priority may not be the same as yours. My need monthly may not be the same as yours. Maybe I don't need um $400 to save up for my son's education monthly, but maybe you do. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to save up for my mortgage, or maybe I need to save up more, and but you have to save up less. So really, like, writing them down. We do have a form that
Mm-hmm.
we use, really, that's really helpful. That's why doing that in each individual person really helps. But which one, like, the way we do the financial analysis is we look at what will be your need, like how much do you still need to pay up your mortgage, how
Mm-hmm.
much do you still need to pay up for your kids education, how much do you still need to because you don't know, as I've said, you don't know if you can promise me that you will leave until your kids graduate from college, then maybe you don't need this product. But if you cannot promise me that, maybe you do need this product, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once we find out what you really need, then we can look at the products that may be best for you. And it doesn't need to be expensive. There are several products that will fit your budget, right? Like example, we, we usually offer three choices. Like we do have one that's really cheap, but there's no savings in the future. Well, it becomes that will only cover you for, say, up to 75 years old or for 30 years, right? There are products that can cover you up to 15 years and there's no savings. Those are the cheapest ones, but it can be actually expensive in the long run, because after 15 or 30 years and you want another product, the same kind of product, then you're 15 years and 30 years older, and maybe you have hypertension already, maybe you have diabetes, right? And we do have other products that are permanent, can cover you up to what age, like 90 to 121 years old, that that is in the midline, not too expensive, not really expensive, but there's no savings, and it's guaranteed that the premium will not increase. It's guaranteed that um, you can have return of your premium at certain schedules. Example, after 15 years, you've decided that I don't need this product anymore. My kids have graduated. I'm going home to the Philippines. I don't need that much money. Let me get my money back. And the company will give you all the payments that you paid, right? 15, 30. So there are products designed like this. So you were protected for all those years. Like, what if there's something that happened to you? You were protected. Your family was protected, and you got your money back. And like, now you can return the Philippines because it's not so expensive, right? There are products that's available for you. And then the other one, which is my most favorite, and this is really, I advocate a lot for this, and I've got, me and my family have several products of this kind, from different companies. Um, is what we call what we can use as our retirement. It's a retirement product where you can save up money if you fund it well. This can be your retirement. The good news is you are covered and it gives you additional protection. If okay, let's face it, I will have to say it. Um what, Jeaneth, if you can tell me, what is the retirement product that you are familiar with?
Um, I think I have 403B. something. Yeah. Roth, there's also like, traditional, and yeah.
Okay. So we are familiar with 403b, 401k, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you know that really in the past these are not supposed to be this? There aren't. These are really not designed for retirement, but we use it as retirement, and that's what we were familiar. I had 401k before too because that's what the company would offer, and I don't know. I thought that was the only one I can use for my retirement. So I used to have them. Um, but then when I learned that there are other products that I can use, example, which is I'll tell you my favorite. Now I'm spilling my secret. My favorite one. We call it IUL. It's Index Universal Life
Mm-hmm.
Insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it's insurance. Don't be allergic. It's an insurance. It's a tool for your retirement. And another thing is example. Um, um, any life insurance, so most of the life insurance, especially IUL, these are tax free. When you take the money, it's tax free.
Mm-hmm.
So example, you pay 300 in your 401k um, today. And then I paid 300 also in my 401k, but it's a life insurance and I'm covered for $500,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow I got sick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm covered. I can have up to $500,000 only by paying $300 for now.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's tax free. I'm not paying any single tax. That you get sick, the company will send you a check. You're not paying any tax because it's a life insurance, right? But if I pay 300 in my 401k and tomorrow I got diagnosed with cancer, what will I get with my 401k? I'm not 59 and a half years old, guys. I'm still young, way younger than that. So what will I get? Will I get that money? I'm not taking that money anymore because I'll be paying my tax and um I'll be paying my sorry, that's how passionate I am. So, I'll be paying my tax and I will be having my penalty. I'll be paying my penalty. Be left in my $300. Maybe $100, right? 120. I'm like, what? Will $120 bring me? I'm like, I may not be able to pay my copay, right? So that's just one thing, one example. And the good news actually is because I mentioned I may get sick tomorrow, right? I did not mention I may die tomorrow because the good news is the upgrades, the upgraded life insurances right now have living benefits. What is living benefits? I've mentioned earlier that there are several people, every day there are people who have heart attack, who have a stroke, cancer, ESRD. These are my patients. I, my patients are those with kidney disease. Um, our patients, So, uh, so get sick and they are diagnosed with this, these products have embedded living benefits. They can be covered for the first time. For the first time, it when the in insurance industry when they revolutionize in these products, you are the beneficiary of your insurance, right? We're used to being beneficiary of someone else life insurance, and the sad thing is we only get to get that money when they die. But
Mm-hmm.
here, if you have that insurance, you get sick, you are the beneficiary of that insurance. There are company that gives you, depending on the severity of the disease, they give you 80. to 90 to up to 100% of your, listen to this, of your death benefit.
Mm-hmm.
You're not dead. For the first time, actually, um, when I heard this product for the first time, I was like, oh, now it's a true life insurance. It's not the life insurance that is death insurance because you have to die to get the money, right? So that your family will get the money. This is a true life insurance wherein you are the beneficiary of your product. But then again, we'll say, how can we use that as retirement, right? Because we were mentioning, I'm like, I used to have 401. Now I'm funding my IUL more than the 401k because, some way, I'm not saying don't contribute to your 401. Some companies would match that. Like example, again, aside from being tax advantage, when you pay for your 401k, they don't take tax, right? They don't get the tax. That's good news for now while you're paying it, because they don't include that in your taxable income, right? But when you pay your IUL, that's after tax. Your money was already taxed before you pay your IUL. And on phase two, when you accumulate, they're both tax deferred. You are not being taxed when your 401k or your IUL are accumulating money. When the market goes up, you accumulate money. You gain from those products. Phase three, during retirement, this is where the big difference is. During retirement, 401k, you will be taxed, right? Depending on what does your tax bracket is that year, you will be taxed according to that. If
Mm-hmm.
that is still 25% to 30%, you're lucky, because we don't know. The government says, um, according to the Congregational Budget Office, if Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid go unchanged, the rate for the lowest tax bracket would increase 10% to 25%. So 25% maybe, in years from now can be 63%, 34% can be like 88%. We don't know what will be our tax bracket. Let's say you still have 25% at that time. We're lucky it did not increase much, but still you are paying when your money is already big. Like
Mm-hmm.
example, your money is already like $300,000. You're paying the tax when it's $300,000. Well, when you're using your IUL, funding it well, thinking that you'll use it in your retirement, when you're ready for the distribution, when you're ready to get that money, since you've already paid tax before you pay that money, the money that you pay was already taxed, it's no longer taxable. So it's tax advantage. So is it smarter to pay taxes on the seed or the harvest of your retirement savings, right? How much money are you willing to give, um, Uncle Sam? Your hard earned money. How much money are you willing to give? I'm not saying we don't pay taxes. There are just tools to help us, pay taxes when they are still steep, and, don't take advantage of the tax advantage, right? When you are getting the money. So another thing is that for your beneficiary, um, 401ks, when you give them to your beneficiary, they're taxable. They will pay taxes for that. If they are going to take that money, they're paying taxes for that. But if you're IUL, it's not taxable, right? Because it's a life insurance. You die, you get sick there, you die and it goes to your beneficiary, they are not taxable. So where do you think I would give value to my $300 monthly? Pay it in my 401k and pay the tax later, or pay it now, pay it after tax now, and get the not pay tax later. So that's one thing, to prepare for your retirement. When we are retiring, well, we're retired, we don't want to be working, so we don't have enough income. This may be our income. If they are 401 or social security, you think they're still taxable, right? But if you're taking money, which you are able to schedule, taking money from your IUL monthly or yearly, it depends on how you schedule it with the company. They are they You're not being taxed if you're taking $60,000. Say conservatively, you're taking $30,000 annually. Your 30,000 is really 30,000, right? Because you're not paying any tax.
Mhm.
But if you're taking $30,000 from your 401k, 403b, they are not 30,000, right? Because you have to pay your taxes.
Yeah, well,
So
the one good thing about it is just, the employee matches it. So
that's
that's a
that's
thing.
one thing.
Yeah.
That's
So
one thing the
like,
employee matches. Okay.
yeah. So like
I hear
insurance
you.
and investing with IUL could probably be, we can do that, like, that's another investment, really. Like,
Okay. So let me tell you. Um, Sorry, guys, I'm spilling a lot of. You may be upset with me after this talk, but I just want to tell you honestly, tell you what I've learned so far.
okay,
Um,
go ahead.
and these are statistics, and these are the reality. So let me tell you. 401k have fees, right? Do you see that in your statement?
And insurance too, right?
Conservatively,
What are
yeah.
the fees? I mean,
Conservative,
which one is bigger, has bigger fees? Insurance or the 401k or
I, I'm going to
403b?
tell you now. So, conservatively, the fees for 401k is about 3%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Conservatively, about 3%. The insurance, of course, there's a cost of insurance, things like that. What is the
Yeah.
fee? Any
Mm-hmm.
guess?
What is it? Mm-hmm. So
Zero
how does
percent. Okay,
how does
there are
the
products
financial
other than
advisor earn?
life insurance. Huh?
How do they pay the financial advisor?
Oh, I always get that question. Thank you so much. Yes. Um,
Yeah.
yes, it's always a question. I'm waiting for the. I'm not really saying I'm waiting for the question, but
But
it's
yeah,
it
of
is
course, it's
always a
business,
question
right?
for us because
Yeah.
you it just one thing for sure before I tell you how. One thing for sure, you're not paying the financial advisors. It will not be taken from your money. Why? Example,
Mm-hmm.
you're paying $100 monthly.
Mm-hmm.
Your financial advisor will be paid for the whole year. So you only give $100.
So
You're not
everything will be
paying them
invested. So
$1,200, right?
okay, wait. So if I pay $100, my dog is barking. How much is taken for investment? Yeah.
Okay. So it depends on the product you're taking, right? So if
Yeah.
you well we are most of us were our employees here or was employed once. If you are
Mm-hmm.
no longer an employee, the and we're familiar uh with the insurances that our company gives us, right? The annual renewable insurance, term insurance. So
Mm-hmm.
these are usually the cost of insurance. It's when you get several employees, it's cheaper. So that's the cost of the life insurance. Usually, that's the cost of the life insurance. And then there are other example this year the cost of insurance your cost in insurance is like say $30, but you're paying 35, so the goes to to the admin fee, like the processing and everything like that, right? But did we take interest from your money? No. The good news is, if it's like permanent insurances that accumulates money, um, the company gives you more money when you pay for your insurance, right? So how are we getting paid? So not none of the life insurance companies will insure you unless they have that money to pay you, because what if that insured person, god forbid, after paying today, past the following day, they have to pay, right? So they have to pay.
Mhm.
So example, they I've got insured for $1 million today.
Mhm.
They already have that $1 million for me. So how do they do that? They insure each other. These companies insure each other, and they
Mhm.
have bonds. They have bonds. It's still a
Mhm.
business. Let's face it. It's still a business. Their bonds, they have bonds, they buy bonds, and that's how they're earned. And life insurance, how these insurances become cheaper when there's more. It's a game of number. When there's more people insured in that product, it becomes cheaper, and
Mhm.
it's very and it becomes more uh advantage to us, because the cost of insurance will be less, then we'll earn more, right?
Mhm.
So that's always the question. I'm like, just one thing for sure, it's not from your pocket. It's
Mhm.
when you're buying a life insurance, it is not the pay or the commissions of the agent who wrote your policy isn't will not be coming from your pocket.
Mhm.
So that's one thing for sure. And then they do, again, they have bands, and they insure each other. This insurance company, though they are competitions somehow, they insure each other actually. For example, just say National Life may be insured with another company, or
Mhm.
Fidelity and Guarantee may be insured. They insure each other as well. And then again, it's a number, the number game. The more people who is insured, um, the more they have income, the more the insurance is cheaper, and the more how you call this, the more advantageous for us.
For the clients.
Um, yes.
So, yeah, this is really a good information. And I do believe that we need insurance because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow for sure. And we need to prepare for that. The only thing is, where do we get the money? So, Naomi's there, and you do give free financial analysis one on
Yes.
one,
Yes.
Naomi. And if you
Yes.
find out
One
that
on
there is
one.
no money left, really, what do you advise them? I mean, like, hello. I think like just early this year I realized that that example in the Bible that I think it was, I don't know where is that. It's about the ants. What do we The ants are wiser than us because they gather food in the summer to prepare for the winter. And really what it means is if there are opportunities, there are opportunities to earn money are everywhere. I mean, grab it. So like if you are a nurse and there are, this is what I'm doing lately, like if there are opportunities to work extra, grab it, because it's not always. There are days that there'll be no need for extra nurses to work extra hours. So those will be those will be the season of winter. And then the season of winter also is like when there is a need that is common, like unforeseen death or sickness or job loss or stuff like that, because we don't know what tomorrow holds, but what's important is we are ready just in case. And I don't think everybody has $1 million of thousands of dollars to prepare for it. And I do believe that when you buy an insurance or a coverage or a protection, as what I can understand how it stands, is you only have a few, you only need to pay a few. Some people just pay one premium, and something happened after a month, or after, like after a day or so, a week or so, and they get the benefit. Like, and they just paid, example, $200, and they're covered for like $300,000. And so the family could take advantage of it. Or if they did not die, they're just sick, and cancer or stuff like that, because these are so expensive. Where are you going to get money for it? I mean, the insurance won't pay for it. So, the life benefit can cover for it, and you don't have to go back to work right away because you have the money.
True.
So
Yeah.
those are the things, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, um, psychologically, I think, and physiologically, when you have the money to cover for your treatment when you get sick, you are more receptive to treatments.
true.
It's so amazing. I don't want to cry here of how many stories that we hear of beneficiaries of these products, that they are like, the common ones is cancer, um, of different kinds. And they're like, because they were so receptive to treatment that they are not worrying about how to pay their bills. They're they're cancer free. And you know what? There's still money, remainder from the money that the life insurance gave them, and they're still able to give them in another product that will not lose interest. Oh, that's another thing. Before I let go of you guys, there are products in here, example IUL's index, that do not participate in the market loss. That's another one that we should take advantage of. We are not participating in the market loss. If the market goes up, we earn money. If the market goes down, we are not losing any money, unlike, our traditional 401, 403b. When the market goes up, when the COVID hits, it was really hard for people. When I heard them, I'm like, I lost this much in my 401k, because the market crashed. When the
Mhm.
market is negative, then you lose a lot of money. With these products, the index products, index universal life insurance, index annuity, when they're indexed, you do not participate in the market loss. And in fact, we do have a very good company that actually still give you at least 0.25% of interest, like earning, even if the market is negative. Take advantage of this. These are products that's available for us, and we just need to do is take advantage of them, because they're available, they're out there, they're designed to help us. So yeah, anyway, I know I can talk about this and share a lot of stories and share about how things how we can do it, how, but again, but then again, like what Jeanette said, I am available to uh guys, to have a free call with you. When we say free, it's really free, and there is no obligation. And because we're here to educate, we are here to help. We already know this, and we can just keep it to ourselves and take advantage of them. But we're here to help. You know, um,
Where can they short
yes.
my laptop is
So
low.
the easiest, really, I can give you my. I don't know if I can. So the
Where can
easiest
they
really
where
is
can they
to,
book a call with you?
yeah, of course. So the easiest, and I'm always on my Facebook. I'm always
Mhm.
in my Facebook. You can always DM me, or you can message me, comment in any of my Facebook posts. That's Naomi AD. I do have a Facebook page, but my my personal profile is the easiest way. You can also email me. Um, I will share my email.
Mm-hmm. And
But
you
then
have a
again,
website,
as
right?
I've mentioned, the easiest way is of course to do a DM, and I know I do have a button there, like you can send me a message or just comment in any of my posts. I do have posts there about it's related to what we were discussing right now, and you can just say, more information and things like that, or just send me a direct message. Sometimes though it goes to the spam, but I do check my spam because I've learned that they go to the spam when we're not friends. So I do check
Mhm.
them too. So yeah,
Okay,
that's
wait.
the easiest way.
Let me copy your email. See, because it's not showing V. So feel free to email Naomi at levelupwithnaomi@gmail.com. And do you have a website?
So I'm working on my I've it's been up for so long, and then I'm like, I need a new face for my website. So I took it down for now.
Okay,
So
okay.
I'm
So,
working on it because it's been like, oh, it's the same thing for so long. So I'm working on it right now. But it will be up again soon. Um well I think I can still put it there, but yeah, it's a work in progress right now. But the easiest way, again, as I've said, is to
to
sending
follow
me a
you,
DM in my
yeah, you can
yeah.
follow her on Facebook. Just find Naomi AD on Facebook. You can send her a DM and ask her anything. Um do you have like a link to like a financial literacy something? What did you mention earlier? The analysis?
Oh, okay. So the analysis, we do sit down. We do it individually with our clients. So if you send me a DM, then we will do it together.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because sometimes really it's something very special. Not say critical, but yes, critical, but very special, and it has to be really individualized. So, if you're a
yeah.
married couple, or you do have a partner, it's important too that you do it together, because especially if both of you have to decide on it, because it's a money, guys. Money is a very very sensitive topic, especially for married couples, or for partners. It's really very sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah. So I truly agree on that. A lot of couples, would fight with just,
Hmm.
with just money issues. So yeah, if you can just avoid
That's
that and
another
be
sad thing.
prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
one thing,
number
because
one
we are entrusted to have this money, and we should be good stewards of that, right? it,
goal.
it is a blessing. It is a blessing. However big or small that money is, that's it was entrusted to you. um it you should be good stewards of that. Use it for a good cause. Use it for to properly serve you, actually, because again, it is a blessing. Yeah.
I totally agree. And we don't own anything in this world. Everything is just borrowed. So we should be good stewards. So we cannot bring anything when we die, but at least we are ready, and we will leave our kids, like alive. And if we are not ready, and we have not get ready for their protection in case life happens, then that will be our accountability.
Yeah.
So we should be ready on that
Be-
too. And really, a
before,
good, yeah, a good financial management is very important to each one of us. Yes, Naomi?
yes. So let me just share one thing before I go. Warren Buffett, maybe most of us know him. Is a businessman, investor, philanthropist. He only have two rules. For right now, I think his value is like $139 billion. Is one of the richest person in the world. So, but anyway, he only have two rules. Rule number one, my sign is behind me. Never lose money,
Mm-hmm.
because again, it's we are entrusted with this money, so we have to be good stewards of this. Rule number two is don't forget rule number one. So
Mm-hmm.
if you aren't sure, please do not hesitate to reach out to the financial advisors, financial professionals, because there are really products that out there that may be good for you, and they will help you. They'll help you, and I will help you. I'll help you um prepare for that, and believe me, none of us, especially myself, we don't ask you to commit. We don't ask you to commit. Um, if that's something, I even have clients who are like they already have products, and I investigate and I do read their policies and explain it to them if they, because most of them don't understand what they have. So I do read them and explain it to them. If that's good, um, then they don't need to have a new one. So yeah, so again, don't hesitate to reach out, because at the end of the day, really, we only regret the chances that we did not take and the decisions we did not make. The worst feeling is, regretting not having done something when you have the chance, right? Right?
Yeah.
So we are here to help. I do believe though that if you don't ask, there will never be an answer, right? So it's just don't
Mm-hmm.
hesitate to ask, and don't um yeah, because we're here to help. We're not here to make you realize that, oh, you made this decision. Why? We are not here to question you that, because we did the same decisions before. We just learned more. So yeah.
So, yeah, Naomi, thank you so much for giving so much value today. You guys,
Yeah. Welcome.
if you want to ask anything, you can ask now, or yeah, feel free to connect with Naomi with anything that you have in mind, so she can answer it and she can help you
Yeah.
better prepare for your future, because there's nothing to waste here. We can't waste time. If there is the right moment to have it done, it was yesterday, but we didn't, so we shall do it today. Right?
Yeah,
Thank you
I'm like,
so much.
I have
Anything
to,
else,
yeah,
Naomi?
you're welcome. Yeah, I have some more, but I'm looking at the time like, no, but I think I've shared the valuable ones, as I've mentioned again, there are products out there that may be helpful to us. So just don't hesitate to ask about those. If it isn't for you, then maybe it is someone may need it.
Or if
Yeah.
you're not ready right now, you can do it in the future. At least you already have the knowledge on how, and the yeah, how to do it and what to prepare for. So yeah, knowledge is power, so it's just important that we ask questions.
Yep.
All right.
Again,
If there
sister,
is
thank you
no,
so much.
yeah, if there's no more
God bless
questions,
everyone.
yeah, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today's content. I hope we have given you a lot of value this afternoon, or if you're in the Philippines, um, yeah, Wait, let me know your product's name, mate. Hero, where are you right now? Are you in the Philippines or in the US? Where are you based? Because if you are in the Philippines, I know somebody I can connect you with, who can help you.
You're
But if you
available.
are in the US, you can go send a message, direct message to Naomi. Well, where are you based right now? Let's wait for him to answer. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he is in the Philippines, so you can contact me, and so I can connect you with somebody
Yes.
who can help you
We're
better
lucky.
prepare
Actually, we
for
do
the
have that
future.
in the Philippines too.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, other than that, if you are watching right now and you're based in the Philippines, let me know so I can connect you with somebody who can help you better prepare for your future. But if you're based here in the US, um, go and directly contact Naomi. She is the best, and I know that I'm so confident that she can help you with your future endeavors, especially in preparing for the uncertainties. But yeah, other than that, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, feel free to scan that code and go subscribe. Follow Naomi at Naomi AD, and feel free to share this content to your loved ones. And once again, thank you so much for being with us here tonight. And yeah, we love you all. See you at the backstage, Naomi. Thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you
us
so much.
today. I love
God
you. God
bless you.
bless.
Bye.
Bye.
God bless.